Hello. Good morning. Um, Hi. Sometimes I do this every day to fire up this camera and do a little live broadcast. And I thank you for coming. Thank you for showing up. But I just wanted to say that I don't plan really. But sometimes I'll sit for 10 minutes before I hit the button, Hey, Doug. Sometimes I'll sit for 10 minutes before I hit the button, the go button, just thinking a little bit about, and just to see what wants to come. Hi, Laurie. And, what I was listening to, in the morning there's a 12-step meeting that I listen to or partake in some mornings. Hi, Trevor. And Teresa Ann, hi. And so this morning, I was listening, and there was a lady on speaking, and she seemed in such despair. Hi, thank you. She seemed in such despair. She was just pouring her heart out, and I. What came to me was how many people are in quiet despair, without anywhere to go to pour their heart out right now. Hi Shane, one of the ladies this morning was talking about her 13-year-old son, and that he was, kind of locked at home with her, and feeling desperate, like her son was feeling desperate. That hi Charlotte, and Shane, hi. That they didn't have anywhere to go. He didn't have anything to do, and he didn't have any friends. And what was life all about? And and I think it's easy for us to kind of forget about teenagers and what they must be going through right now. As they don't have their school buddies. They can't. It's hard to get out. And where do they go? So they're locked at home with mom and dad, and they're playing, video games, but I can see that it would be pretty empty. I mean, this lady was like saying, "What do I do? I shall. What do I do? How do I deal with my teenager in these times?" So these are a bit, there's the mold has been broken of how, we had created our hi Tyler, how we had created our society, our that we lived in. Hi Jennifer, and it's broken, and we're in a whole new way of being in this staying at home and watching TV and for some folks, it may be working out quite well, but I suspect that there's lots of people who are in quiet desperation. Families, good morning, Kyla, hi. Families wondering how to deal with it, single people wondering how to deal with it, and experiencing themselves in a way that they never have before. Safe to say, if the sages of all time had said that the most important thing was to know thyself, that they pointed in that direction because we didn't know ourselves, and what an opportunity this is to go inside, to really look at who am I, and maybe sit down and write it out. Who am I? And not who do I want to be, or what do I want to achieve, or what do I want to get, or any of those things, but an opportunity, like a retreat. We could call this a retreat. Hey, Roxy, and to look at ourselves, and I mean, obviously, if we go deep enough, if we look deep enough, we'll discover that we're not who we thought we were. We're not the things that we've done. We're not the stories we were told about ourselves, whether we were good enough or not good enough, or smart enough or not smart enough. We're not all of those things. When we go deep and really look in deep inside, we discover that, the essence of ourselves. And so this is a great time, and have courage at this time to look within, and even encourage your teenager to look within and discover. And there's, no shortage of great material to help us on that path, So whether it's in the, if you're in the 12-step world, really a great time to redo the steps. If you have sponsees, I am feeling better, thank you. If you have sponsees, a great time to redo the steps with them, and to find out who we are beyond the facade, the thin facade of, our image, and to see that we are at our essence, we are one with all of this, and to find it and discover that, and may take some, like the snake shedding the skin, or the lobster shedding the skin, it may be a bit painful. Hi, Heather, but it's I just go to King's, capable to serve thee, and what I'm capable of to serve thee. Thank you. Yes, it can be found there, and to be still and know that I am God, to know the deep within us, we have that oneness with that. It's not separate from us. It's not, yes, the answers can be found in Christianity. They can be found in all of the teachings. They're deep enough. My experience is that there's not one way. There are many stories that lead to the way, and so the other thing that I was going to say this morning is that yes, look within and discover, and sit with your teenager, or if you have friends that have teenagers, recognize what they're going through right now. The teenagers are having a tough go of it, and generally, and so are their parents, wondering what to do with them and how to deal with them and how to help them, how to support them. The neat thing about this little lockdown that we're experiencing is that there's plenty of opportunity to be in nature. There's plenty of opportunity to go for walks. I was out yesterday and walked about 10 kilometers, and not all in one go, but there was lots of wonderful people out there walking, and some of them a little frightened and cut to their side of the path, and there's a lot of fear, but some of them quite bright and smiling, and it was quite sweet. So there's always that opportunity for a daily walk, and being in nature is a real expression of divinity, isn't it? God is in all things, and so being out and breathing the air and walking on a path. There's just, if you live in Calgary, wherever you live, every city has great pathways, and today, to go find. Here we can get onto the Glenmore Reservoir. There's just so many places to go and go for a walk. Yes, I said no to school today and yes to nature. Our oldest needs this so much. Yes, yeah. So nature's where it's at too. You can feel the presence in that. So that was a couple of things. The other thing was that one of the most amazing ways to get out of self is to help others. Today, make a call list. Like, just sit down and wherever you put it, on a whiteboard, or wherever you have it in a book that you go to every day, or just a piece of paper, of people, and keep adding to that list of people that you can call to just say hello. Nice, gonna lay on the ground. Yes. So a call list, for over this next, you know, couple of months, you know, especially over this Christmas season where we're so indoctrinated into how it's supposed to be. And now we have an opportunity to create a whole new idea of this time, of you know, the story of Jesus and all of that. That, you know, it's a love story. It really is a love story. So we can reinvent the love story, and part of that love story can be calling people. And please don't imagine that you don't have something to share. You do have something to share. You can just listen. You know, how are you doing? And so not to just call and tell them about you, but just to call and be a listener. Be, you know, people want to be heard and need to be heard. And, you know, active listening comes with, yeah. And then what happened? Yeah. Just, you know, help them to get it out, you know. And it's like, wow, people are blown away if we do that. So I have a call list. I have a sponsee list, but I also have others that I call. And you know, and I think we can still go for one-on-one coffees, even if we, you know, if it's just in the car with people to, you know, our close friends, we can spend time with them. I mean, just to be that listener. And people, I think, you know, we really feel cared about and loved when folks take the time to hear us, to listen. So that's my little tip, a couple of tips for today. Thank you. You know, be the listener. And hi, Joy Deb. Yeah. Be the listener, you know, and it's funny that when we share love and support is, you know, splashes all over us. It really does. So be that love and support over this next little while. That's awesome. Thanks, Kayla. So I'm just going to read from our little book today. What's the date? Today's the 15th of December. 15th of December. And many of you know I've been reading this 24-hour day book now since the 1st of May. And it's funny, when I started this, I didn't know what I was getting into. You know, at the time, I just thought I wanted to share it with people who were experiencing a tough go, you know, and because many have been, and lots of uncertainty. I mean, life is uncertain. Isn't that beautiful? We don't know anything, you know, but some of us had been in the illusion that we had it all kind of nailed down, or we've had it figured out. And this has been great, because what a shakeup we've gotten. It's beautiful. You know, I think that the world is being lifted up, not torn down, but lifted up, because our illusion of security has been shaken. And we see that the only security we have is inside of us, this relationship with a higher power, this relationship with our deep inner selves, where we access that, you know. So not the relationship with our bank account, or the relationship with our job. Those are, I mean, they're important on the practical side, but they don't fill us up, you know. But what does is the relationship with people, love, sharing love, being that love. So there are many ways to access this oneness with the universe, and helping and sharing, listening to others is one of those. So, okay, you guys, December 15th. Oh, I never know what I'm going to read, eh? And here it says, December 15th, thought for the day. This is the 24-hour day book. It was written in 1948. I used to say 54, but that was actually written in 1948. Hi, Kathy Lynn. I'm just going to do the reading, honey. I'm glad you're here. It says, service to others makes the world a good place. And that's exactly what this whole talk has been about this morning. I didn't realize. Civilization would cease if each man was always and only for himself. Wow. Civilization would cease if each man was always and only for himself. We addicts and alcoholics, because this is what this book's about, recovering addicts and alcoholics. And it's my belief that we're all addicted to something. Tina Turner, I think, said we were addicted to love. Who said we were addicted to love? We alcoholics and addicts have a wonderful opportunity to contribute to the well-being of the world. We have a common problem. We find a common solution. We are uniquely equipped to help others with the same problem. And the problem, as I see it, isn't the drugs or alcohol or whatever the addiction was for. The problem is our separation from God, from one. We're caught in the persona. We're caught in who we think we should be or who we think we are. That's why when we look deep inside, and ask the question, who am I? In a deep, deep way, we realize that we're not all of that. That's happening inside of who we are. We are one with all. It's beautiful. So, okay, we are uniquely equipped to help others with the same situation. What a wonderful world it would be if everyone took their own greatest problem or situation and found the answer to it and spread the rest of their lives helping others with the same problem. That's exactly what I'm talking about. This is it. It's beautiful. And what a wonderful world it would be if everybody took their own greatest problem or whatever it is that separates them from God in the moment and found the answer to it and spent the rest of their lives helping others with the same situation in their spare time. Soon, we would have the right kind of world. Well, the right kind of world. We have the right kind of world. Hi guys, Danielle, Kaylin. Soon, we would have the right kind of world. His question is, do I appreciate my unique opportunity to be of service? Yes, you and I have a unique opportunity to be of service, especially in this time when people are really trying to figure out why, what's happening, what's going on, and to just bring them back to the moment, through listening and to spending time. It's beautiful. Meditation for the day. Today can be lived in the consciousness of God's contact. Today can be lived in the consciousness of God's contact, upholding you in all good thoughts, words, and deeds. If sometimes there seems to be a shadow in your life, you can feel out of sorts. Remember that this is not the withdrawal of God's presence, but only your own temporary unwillingness to realize it. The quiet gray days are the days for doing what you must do, but know that the consciousness of God's nearness will return and be with you again when the gray days are past. Beautiful. Hey, Robert Scott, Daniel. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may face the dull days with courage. I pray that I may have faith that the bright days will return. So nice, so beautiful. So that's the little chat and the reading for the day. Now we're going to have a short meditation. Would you guys like to, join us for a short meditation? So that, part of, yes, yeah, you're welcome, Kathy Lynn. You're going to stay for a little meditation, hon? Part of why I do the meditation, so many times people have said to me, I don't know how to meditate. How do I do that? Or my mind's too busy. So we're just going to do it. We're just going to practice, and the more we do this sitting, I call it sitting, the more we sit and in a quiet way and meditate, kind of the more we look forward to it, the more beautiful it becomes. So we're going to do it right now. And just for, usually I only go for about 5 minutes. And so if you want to sit with us for a few minutes, that would be awesome. Okay? I'm going to just sit back here a little bit. And I feel like I'm a long way away. I am a long way away. But that's the way it is. So you can just find yourself a comfortable spot. Okay? Just drop this down a little bit so you can just find a comfortable spot, and where your back is secure, where you're supported, I think the word is. And there we go. There we go. So we're going to close our eyes. Just close your eyes and drop in. I use the breath often to just bring me into the moment. When you bring your attention to the breath, you're here. The breath is now. So just breathe in, breathe out. Just be here now. We're going to let go of all the stories, all the what ifs, all the ideas of what has to happen next, or why are we meditating, or there is no next, there is no why. I'm just going to drop past the need or the desire to understand. Often we realize that the mind is just screaming to make meaning. Why are we doing this? Just let go of any need to know. Or any thought that you do know, we don't know. Going into a space where there is no knowing, there's only space. So just watch yourself and then look at who's watching, who's letting go of concepts, who's letting go of the ideas of who we are. Is it you that's letting go? If it is you, who is that you that's surrendering the beliefs, surrendering the perceived needs? Let's be with that you, beyond the other you. And even go deeper past that one, into the space beyond you. What's there is expanded, open, has no beginning, has no end, has no form. Just sit quietly. When thoughts come, just let them go. Let them go. If fear comes, just let it go. time flies by. So thanks for sticking with it. And, you know, the more often you go into that place, the more often I go into that stillness, that oneness, the less there is of the I who goes into it, the more there is of that space, moment to moment, and knowingness, oneness that we carry with us. It is us. Okay. So love you lots. Remember to reach out to some people today. Just listen. Say how you doing. Ask questions. Find out what's happening for them, where they're at in their lives. And what else? If you have any questions or just want to chat, reach out and call me. I think my number's on my Facebook page if you'd like to call or text or say hello. I'm open to that. Okay, love you lots. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.